YeahThisMilk starring
Moody Black. Whips all on my back. No shoes on my feet. Load up my sack. All day in this heat. I'm picking cotton and I'm sweating. Woo! Picking cotton and I'm sweating. Woo! Picking cotton and I'm sweating. Woo! Master crack that whip, nigga. That's what he called me. But I never knew what a nigga was till I got here. Got here on a boat. Smell of oak and piss pack tight beside Mama Nim, but I didn't know this would be the last time I see Mama Nim, cause Massa, he got a system. Took mama, took wife, took children, took manhood, took religion. It didn't take long. He showed good at that thing called took. He said, you be in the field. From sun up to sun down, pick fast, work like a machine. I developed strong wrist and fingertips from cuts from dry bristles. That blood drip on that cotton, that red on that white. Looks like peppermint candy, but it was nothing sweet. Heat screaming its intensity at us like massa screaming at us for not picking fast enough, cause this ain't for no house nigga. Serving tea wearing blouse nigga. Talking about you dark skinned, if you a dark skinned that you picking. Talking about you trying to ruin, but if you caught, it's a whipping. And I wonder, will I ever see my homeland? This feels there vast and beautiful. A village nearby. I can see a river. The same river we used to cool off our warm bodies. I used to wash my wife's beautiful feet. I used to splash water on my children. I can still hear their laughter. Mama say soon it'll be my turn to be a king. Only to wake up a soon-to-be servant in a boat. Smell of oak and piss packed tight beside Mama Nim, but I didn't know this would be the last time I see Mama Nim, because my mama, she gave up her will to live, took mama, my wife in chains, screaming why, took wife, no, don't take my babies, took children, saw some of the strength of the ancestors to break these chains. I try to fight witchcraft like lightning, I try to fight witchcraft like thunder, I try to fight witchcraft like give me your freedom, nigga. Took manhood. I'm a used to be man. Hunched over like willows during the winter. I wonder if Massa back hunched over from all the plucking of African people, throw them in a sack called America, throw them in fields, vast and beautiful. Slave quarters nearby. I can see a river. There's freedom beyond that river. I will not be a slave in these fields forever. I will find my family, even if I have to die trying. And if you don't believe me, just watch.
God damn. That's my shit.
For you, man. I did it for you, man.
I appreciate you doing that for me, bro. I appreciate you. That's my shit. What's up, bro?
It, man. Oh, man, life is great, man. I'm still existing, doing all this calamity we got going on. I'm alive, baby. I'm good.
Let me ask you this, bro. Most of the time I go into my questions, but here go my first question. How did you write that particular piece? Because that's one of my favorite pieces. The piece you just read to me that you're going to do in the future that nobody know about yet.
No, right?
The God's bless you to bless me with the blessing of hearing it. That's the one you just did is my second favorite piece. My favorite piece is the other one. I won't say what it is. It's still top secret.
Right.
How did you, tell me through the process of you writing that, bro?
So I often do writing workshops. And years ago, I did a particular workshop where I challenged the participants to take a song and get the chorus and write from that, but give a whole other perspective. Go stray away from the topic, but take that chorus, use that chorus, and just alter it to give a whole another road to travel down with the poem. And my participants was like, well, you gotta do it too, Moody. I'm like, okay. So, that's what All Go With Everything, Trinidad James was popping. I'm like, you know what, this is like one of the catchiest hooks.
Yes,
during that time. It's very catchy.
Yeah, the video catchy too.
Yeah, despite what I know people feel some kind of way about that, I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It is.
And I was like, you know what?
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, come on, man. It's just dope. Yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to take that because it's catchy. Okay, what can I use to hook people in? But I want to change to something really deep. I want to bring forth something that we know exists, but I want to make it creative. the whole slave trade to the mother of the country to here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what's that transition like? How can I creatively explain that? You know, and that's the process.
How long did it take you to write that piece?
That piece took me maybe 3 months. I'm tell you why.
Okay.
I wrote it in sections.
Okay.
And I kept listening to the song, and I had, of course, about maybe 4 or 5 edits. But it was like maybe the third month. I got towards the ending, and I was like, okay, I think it's cool. And I looked at it a couple more times and called a couple of homies. And they're like, yo, that's it. You know, go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took about 3 months. It just kind of, because I knew, I guess I felt that we were talking about earlier, just that you feel something that's gold per se. Like, this is going to be special. And I was like, you know, I want to slow roll. I'm rotisserie that thing.
Most
you know what I'm saying? I got
definitely.
rotisserie.
Get all the juices out there, mama.
Yeah. So I want to make sure it was right. And yeah, 3 months, and I started memorizing, and it's been poetic gold as you suggested.
Bro, I appreciate you, bro. I don't know. I think that's the piece that I heard. That is the piece that I heard to make me be like, oh, it's another level up this bitch.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like it's certain poets that in a community that let you that basically dug into themselves, because you have to basically, you're not competing against each other, you're competing against yourself to become a better you.
You're your only competition.
Yeah. So people like you, Abyss, Teresa Songbird, fucking Ed Mabry, Hank Stewart, B-Rock, just Sabrine, other dope, talented motherfucker. It's so many dope, talented people in the industry that when you hear stuff like that, it make me feel like poetry in the right hands, because it's like, how can a motherfucker not hear that and be moved? You understand what I'm saying? And to that point, that piece that you spit, that's the piece that made me be like, it's another level, and I need to stay sharpening my sword towards myself to become the higher level of me. And I appreciate you putting in the work to become the best version of you, bro.
I appreciate
and still continue to do that, bro, because you helped me get to the level I'm at by you just being you.
I'm humble, man.
You know what I mean? In fact, you the first person that gave me motherfucking 2 features outside of state, bro. Let me give you some on that too.
I appreciate it, bro.
You know what I mean?
We do our best, man, to show love those who show love, man.
Most definitely, man.
You know, man. And I'm honored to be in that list, man. That's an incredible list. So I appreciate you.
Let me ask you this: where were you raised? Tell me where were you raised and how you was raised.
Spartanburg, South Carolina, man. Spartanburg, South Carolina, Sparkle City as they call it. That's my hometown. Still love the burg. I'm in Greenville now, which is like 25 miles outside Spartanburg. Yeah, man, I love my hometown. I love the upstate of South Carolina. I love the whole state, as a matter of fact. We got some work to do, South Carolina, though. I be fighting for y'all. You fighting for the Carolinas. I need y'all to step up. But, yeah, man, single mom. My dad was around, and I grew to realize that we're still human, and our parents are human beings.
Most definitely.
So, yeah, I got older. I did, I was cool with it. And I realized, I just had a conversation with somebody. I was one of those kids that wasn't really torn that my parents were together, because, you know what, they didn't need to be together. my parents did not need to be together, so I was all right with that.
Right.
But my mom made sure that we was really just into the arts. She was into the arts, and she would go to these night courses and bring home literature books for my sister and I to read. We're like, no, we don't want to read, no. But I found this book on a bookshelf, being nosy, and it had bored, and it was this book called This Time Called Life by a poet named Walter Render. And he's on the West Coast, but like any kid, you're looking for pictures. I'm looking for the pictures, and these photographs of these young people playing, these soft black and white photographs and hanging out, having a good time. I'm like, okay. Then I started reading the poems about being young and free. And I'm like preteen. I'm like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. This poetry stuff ain't bad. So I ended up reading the whole book, like the whole day. And then I went back to appreciate what my mom was trying to do, to have us read the Langston Hugheses, the Nikki Giovanni's, the Maya Angelou's. I had appreciation now. So I can go back and read those things, and I started writing,
What was you say you started writing? Most of the time I ask people, well, what made them start writing, but you just told us that. So my question to you is this: was your mother a writer?
She wrote a little bit.
What she wrote? She wrote poetry or short
stories?
She
wrote little poems here and there, but she was more into like the acting part. She loved the acting and playing out. You know, we grew up watching Saturday Night Live, man. So
Me too.
yeah,
Me
so
too.
she loved that kind of stuff, and she would tell us in high school she took drama. You know.
Oh, break down. Let's do me a favor. Break down what the type of person your mother was, and then break down the type of person your father. Break down the type of person your mother was growing up with you, and break down the type of person your father was growing up with you.
Man, I want to apologize to my mom. I mean, I wasn't a bad kid. I was just mischievous. I was into stuff, not criminal stuff, but just out there, and then had a kid young. So I met my mom, my grandma young. So I know I'm sorry, Mom, but she was always in the arts, and somehow or another, whether we thought about it or not, we ended up doing that. Like my sister and I, we would act out skits at home. And we, you know, my sister, she played the sax. We just into the arts, and my mom was really heavy into that. And I remember even at her job, they had talent shows at her job. She'll portray Tina Turner, or she'll do a scene, a monologue, certain things, you know. And I remember she would have my sister memorize the "Still I Rise" poem by Maya Angelou. So she always had us in it. And she always introduced new things to us. Even like cooking, she always bring these new exotic dishes. Even though I was just Southern, I just wanted some fried chickens and macaroni and cheese. And she's like, no, we're gonna try some Jamaican stuff today. I'm like, oh, Mom. But I'm appreciative of that. She gave us culture when we was young, and we would go to museums, and I thought it was the most boring thing in the world. But I like, wow, I seen art. I seen this. She introduced that to us. And as I got older, I learned to appreciate it.
Basically, he was primed to be Moody Black, basically.
Pretty much. Now my dad's another beast, man. My dad, he was a man's man. I might get ostracized for saying that, but nah, man, he did man things. He taught me how to be a man, how to be protective, how to fix things and stuff like that. And I think that's missing. So I'm not trying to offend anybody. I know nowadays, but you can't say that. But I'm appreciative that my dad was, when he did come around. You know, as a young person, you used to be mad, man, my dad. But when he did come around, he always taught me something. Like, I know how to change a tire at 12.
Right.
And like none of my friends know how to change a tire. Like even going to my adult years, I was a tire changer for my friends. You know, so I appreciate the lesson. And my father was a boxer.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he was a featherweight champion for a while.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So yeah, he taught me how to fight. Much I wasn't really a fighter, but he taught me how to fight.
Yeah, so you got them hands.
Yeah, you know, push. I'm not about that. I don't know about thinking I'm about that. I'm about testing me. I ain't no thug in there, man. I would defend myself if I have to, and I have to put them hands up if I have to.
So he beat you up and then write a poem about it.
But I don't want that small. I'm too old now to be all that sweating the swing. I'm gonna call the police on you.
Do me a favor. When you say your father was a man, I know what that means, but break it down to the audience, because this is the younger generation. They don't know what the fuck that means. They think the level of man now is tight pants and tight chain around their neck.
Right. Well, let me make sure I'm clear, because I really I'm on to overemphasize. I'm not trying to be offensive to anybody. I'm not about that.
Fuck 'em.
All right, cool.
This is our shit, bro.
All right.
You know what I mean?
So what that means is like my mom. My mom, she did single mom thing. She had to really play dual roles a lot of times. So hats off to any young lady who's doing that. Hands off. But the balance of having a man present, whether it's your father, a mentor, whatever. And I had several mentors, and shout out to all those guys, helped mold me to who I am. But my father did the manly stuff, even though the women can do it. But even now, I've been in a relationship, and they be like, "There's a spider, kill a spider for me." And what? You can't do it. Nah, I ain't do that. It's certain things that men would prep to do, per se. He grew up in that era where you have to do certain things as a man. Here's your role as a man. And he passed that down to me, where I don't know how to change a tire. I can fix stuff. If something broke in the house, I can put it together. You know what I'm saying? Just play a sport, rough house, or wrestle with my kids. You know, those type things he always did. You know, and how to, be protected. You don't let nobody disrespect your sister. You take out for your mom. You know, and just and then one thing I never forget, because I love to cook. Like if I'm dating, a woman would say, "Well, you know how to cook? How you know how to cook?" No, my dad told me. My dad, not my mother. No disrespect to my mom. My dad was the one to say, "Boy, get in somebody's kitchen, watch what they do, so you can take care of yourself, because one day you're going to have to take care of yourself." So all those things, when I say a man's man, he was just like Like James Evans from Good Times. James Evans is like the prime example of a man's man.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Go watch Good Times, young people.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's what I mean. Once again, no disrespect to anybody. I'm not, but it's just what it was. It's what we were brought up in.
Yeah,
whether y'all feel like it's archaic or not, that's what we was brought up in.
And not just that, motherfucker can't be offended about your life.
Right.
Well,
They
ain't had to live it. You did.
But the climate nowadays, people they'll break down everything and dissect it and make it something that's not.
But they can do that.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You know what I mean? But that's the thing is like, people will play devil's advocate with anything you say, bro.
Right.
Anything you say, they can.
Because Moody Black love everybody.
No stuff.
I love everybody.
Your energy suggests that, bro. Your energy suggests that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, but I can't believe you just being chauvinistic just now.
Oh, here we go. There it is right there. Hashtag Moody chauvinistic. The chauvinistic pig. Moody Black hates women. He's out for equality. All that stuff will pop up.
Moody Black says any man that don't have a beard, not a man.
Right? Here we go. That is a meme. And once again, it's funny, man. I love beard memes. It's a man without a beard is a woman.
Oh, shit.
Only because of fleeing face. That's all. Nah, I promise y'all Moody Black love everybody. I'm not evil and chauvinistic.
That's funny. He said evil and chauvinistic.
Yeah, man. People be out to get you, man.
Bro, what's the first poem you wrote? Because I know you said, I know you said that, the book took you to the journey of writing. Yeah. But what was the first poem you wrote at that time? Do you remember?
Honestly, I can't remember verbatim what I said or what I've written, but I do remember it was about some "I want you to love me, girl" kind of stuff. Right. Everybody had a love poem, bro. Right. Everybody had a love poem.
Well, let me ask you a different question. What was the first poem you wrote and you said, "Oh, I can write"? Because you be writing, we be writing, but then it's a certain level where it's like, "Oh, this is it. I get it." When did you crack the code of the matrix of poetry?
Oh, man, I like that. That. I honestly can't remember. I will tell you, when I became, after high school, I maybe well into my mid-20s, actually, I wrote a political poem. And I was like, this is pretty good. I memorized it. And that was my first introduction to slam. I found out that slam was going on in Greenville. And I had this one poem memorized. Now, I never understood the rules. I just know it's a poetry thing. I got this one poem memorized, and I went down there to compete. I won the first round. And they said, all right, it's time for the second round. I'm like, second round? Is it second round? Oh, shoot. I was not ready. But I had my notebook. I was flipping through, and I had to read it, and I didn't make it. But, I was like, okay, I see how this thing is. So it really pushed me to grow.
How did that make you feel? Because we talked off camera. I was telling you why I don't do slams. But tell me, how did that make you feel? You didn't care one way or another?
No, well, I'm not going to say that. I was like, I want to win. Right. But I was humble enough, or I learned a lesson that, okay, I need to investigate anything I'm a participant in. I need to know the rules. I got to find the rules. And I can take that for anything, even what we're dealing with now. We got to find the rules of the game.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. That's a copy and paste rule that you just said. That's a copy and paste rule. You can use that to anything.
Yeah. So I had to go back. It taught me a lesson. So I wasn't really angry at the outcome to the point where I was just really not liking poetry anymore, or mad at the judges. I was like, man, I'm mad at myself. I should have been more prepared, and knew the rules, and had more poems memorized.
Most definitely. So, do you remember that? What was that poem was about?
It's a political piece. I do remember mentioning something about Reaganomics. I had some. I'm quite sure I had some crack epidemic stuff in there as well that we need to grow from. So I do remember that part.
As far as when was the first time you felt like I'm a poet?
Nah, I did feel like around 12. I did feel like I was a poet. I was expressing myself. Now it wasn't probably the best piece of art, but I did realize I kept writing. I had a little notebook, so I was writing a lot. So yeah, I knew I'm a poet.
Right.
About to cut some grass.
Yeah, but when.
And so we good, man. Come on, we're gonna rock this thing out. Come on, let's do it. We good, man. It's for the people.
When did you? The question I have is, when did you figure out? Like, when did your mother realize that you are who you are as far as poetry?
Oh man, I guess when she saw that I would drive right after high school into my 20s, back and forth to Greenville to open mics. I'm seeking out poetry events, open mics, and things of that nature. And so she knew I kind of took it serious. And my mom's still kind of a old school in thought, like ain't no way you can be an artist and make money. She thought it was like something I played with. You know, he's into that stuff. You know what I'm saying?